Okay, let's take a look at something else today as well. Let's look at, this is going to be 7.2 if you're following along from Google Classroom. Otherwise, we're talking about multiplying polynomials here. Abbreviate that. So, let's look at some of the examples here from practice A of 7.2. Talk about A here. So just start taking number 1. So we have number 1 here, and it's going to be x plus 4 and x plus 5. And we want to multiply these two together, so we can simply use distribution, which is we want to distribute not just the x to all terms, but the 4 as well. We call this foiling. And I'll show you what I mean. So FOIL stands for first, outside, or we can call outer, we'll call outside here. First, outside, inside, and last is what these stand for. So let's check this off. Let's start with the first letters here. So let's multiply the first letters, or the first objects together. That's going to be x and x. So that gets us x squared, right? X times x. There you go. That's the F part of the FOIL. Hopefully I have enough colors for all of them. Let's go to, this yellow might work here. Let's start with the outside problems now. So the outside here, you should be able to see that. Let me make that a little, fix my camera a little bit. There we go. That's our outside here. So here's my outsides. Well, my outsides are x here and this 5 here. See? See, that's the outside, that's the outside. So we're going to get here, I'm going to have to use more readable color though, so it's going to be x, let's use this green here. So it's x times 5, we get 5x there. Okay, what's the next part? Let's use brown here for inside. I'm going to circle that, inside. Well, my insides are going to be 4 and x, right? That's inside, so it's 4 times x here. And finally, my last ones, let's see, do I have another color? I think I have orange, though you may not be able to see the difference on your screen. So it's orange here, so it's my last numbers. Well, my last numbers are going to be 4 and 5. So it's going to be 4 times 5, we get 20. And now we can combine like terms. These two combine, don't they? So we get x squared plus 9x plus 20. Now that's just one way of doing it. Some people don't like this because of all the busyness there. There's another way. We could also draw a box method. So let's show that here. And this helps some of us who are just not sure how to do things. So I had x plus 4, so I can write it here, x plus 4. And then we also need to fill in this section here. You can see that. We'll fill that in with x plus 5, right? So you see it's the same problem we had up here, and we're going to get the same answer as this. We're just going to show you another way. So we just multiply the boxes. This is x times x. We get, let's use a new color. Let's use red. We get x squared here, don't we? Let's do x times 4. We get 4x. Let's do x times 5. We get 5x. And let's do 5 times 4, we get 20. Let's highlight now the two that we can combine. I can combine these two, can't I? Because they're like terms. And guess what? We're going to get the same answer as this, aren't we? This still equals that. Because 5x plus 4x gives me 9x. So it doesn't matter which method you use. I don't care. Just make sure that you can multiply your polynomials. Let's try one that's a little different. We're going to go to problem 13 now on worksheet 7.2a. So let's look at number 13. Don't worry if you're just following along on YouTube. I will write the problem out. So it's 2 minus 5t. And we're going to multiply that by 7 minus t. Okay, make sure I get that too much in the screen there. There we go. See that? Perfect. All right. So we just simply multiply these together. Now I'm just going to do a quicker version of FOIL. You're going to see me. So I do I do 2 times 7. 2 times 7, I get 14. Let's use another color. Let's use green. Then I do 2 times negative t. I get minus 2 times t. Okay, let's use another color. Let's use purple. I now take negative 5t and I multiply it by 7, so I get negative 35t. And then finally, let's go back to orange to finish it up. I get negative 5t times negative t, and I'm going to get, so I get two negatives, be careful, I get plus 5t squared. Now, this is not done though because I have to put it in standard form. So, and we also combine like terms. So these two things here, these two can combine. So I get negative 37t. And I want to put my highest degree first, my highest power first, right in standard form. So I'm going to write my 5t squared first, and then my 14 comes here, plus 14. This is the answer. It's in standard form, degree 2, number of terms 3. And we'll wrap it up with, let's take some of these drawings here we have where they have some squares. Let's take a real life problem. Oops, probably my paper's there. Let's take a real life drawing. So we have here, we have a box. This is problem 15, by the way, for those of you following with the worksheet. Okay, obviously. So this is, I have here 3x minus 8, and I have here x plus 6. And they want you to find the area. I can do that. Well, the area, we just multiply. Isn't it just length times width? Right? Here's my length, here's my width. Done. Length, width. Done. So let's multiply these two together. And we can use, again, you can use FOIL if you want to. Or you can use that box method we just learned about. So let me write that in a more familiar way. Let me write this as x plus 6 here. And look, we can do our box method here. So I wrote it a little crammed in here, but we can still use it. In fact, let me put it on this side. That might help us. There we go. And I'll put this, so it's x times 3x. I get 3x squared, don't I? Let's do x times negative 8. I get negative 8x. Let's do 3x times 6. We get 18x. We get negative 48 here because it's negative 8 times 6. And then let's clean this up. We get 3x squared. We get these two adding up to 10x. We get the negative 48 here. And that's done. So it doesn't matter. If you happen to have a triangle, let's look at an example here where it says, all right, let's say we had, so we have a scenario where we had just this, x plus 3, and they had x plus 3, and they only want the area of the shaded region. Well, that's just going to be 1/2 my area. So let's first find our area. We can just use our, FOIL method. I'll let you do that on your own. Pardon me. Let's just focus on the shaded area. Ignore that line there. We want to find the shaded triangle at the end. So we're going to get x squared plus 6x plus 9. And you can find this out by using the FOIL method or using the box method. And now what's the area of the shaded region? Just going to be this over 2. And I'm going to write here, area of shade. And if we, of course, we ignore just this section here. So it would just be this, over 2. So that's how you can handle multiplying polynomials. You want to be able to apply it not just to, let's show some of those previous works. You want to be able to use the FOIL method or the box method. Okay, it doesn't matter if the numbers are, more than 1 or 2. You still multiply them the same. You want to be able to write them in standard form. Okay, and you want to be able to find the area of objects if you know what the length and the width of those objects are. Even if the length is x plus 3 and the width is x plus 6 or whatever. You can still plug them in because the area of an object is length times width, the area, of a square or a rectangle. The area of a triangle is just length times width divided by 2 because it's just the area of the triangle, right? It's 1/2 base times height. Okay, well that's our first bit of new material we looked at, and so there will be some activities on big ideas. We're going to start assigning for 7.2, and those will be graded when I know how to grade them. So I still can't put them in, but this is new material now. Please practice it on the big ideas practice coming your way. Thanks, and have a great day.